Hello everyone, hopefully you can hear me now. I have no idea what is happening with the things. If things get better, we may just have to maybe reschedule this one. So hello there everyone, I hope that you're having a fabulous week so far, or that you had a nice start of your week anyway. The amazing Ali will be behind the badge today. Okay, nope. All right, okay. Hopefully we're good. All right, so we have restarted. Hopefully you can hear me now. I'm not sure where the blurriness is coming from because my camera is looks sharp on my end. So hopefully it's looking better over there. I'm not sure why it's blurry. All right. Okay, I will go back to the stream later on and see where the blurriness is coming from. Let's see where we can go with this one. So hi, I'm Lydia. I hope that you've had a great start of the week so far. The amazing Ali will be behind the badge. She'll be giving me a nudge whenever I need it. And she will also be adding in all of the links. If you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. You can't believe how much it throws you off if something doesn't go right at the start of a live stream, because then you're just worrying about that constantly. So hopefully we are a little bit better, and we're just going to jump right in, and we are going to hopefully, fingers crossed, create 3 cards with the fabulous Rustling Leaves. Please. That's everything is gonna go right. So Ali is behind the badge and she will be popping in everything. Thank you, Ali. I just need a little, yes, that's what we need. Right, okay, so all right, hopefully we are now able to see the screen at the bottom, and we are going to go in with the Rambling Reef. So this is the first card that I want to create. So this one, we have a couple of different kind of techniques on this one, and I did want to show you a couple of different ways using the rustling leaves. I don't know why I keep saying rambling. Rustling leaves, and this is a press plate, but don't forget, with the press plate, you can also use this to hot foil. So if you have a hot foiling machine, it's going to work perfectly for that as well. So I have the Better Press system from Spellbinders, and now everything is just going to go wrong. I set the camera up perfectly. Doesn't want to play today. So what I have the 2 images from the press plate, and I also have a sentiment. And what I've done is, as you can see, we have the guideline here, and that is going to show you where it kind of lines up on the top plate that I have over here. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Please let me know if you have any kind of special news that you want to share, or if you had something that you did that was really exciting over the weekend. Please let me know. I am very, very nosy, and I'd like to know all of the things. So if you want to share, we want to listen. So please, just share with us. We're a huge, crafty little family here, and we all are so excited that you have chose to join us on this Wednesday afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And, we want to celebrate you guys. Our anniversary is coming up as well next week. So Altenew will be 10. So we are very excited about that. So I've added my metal things into place. Now with the press plate machine, the Better Press system, it is magnetic under here. So wherever you place these are going to stay. Yes, Kelly's Mark class. That was this weekend. Please, if you have anything that you want to share from the class, please, you can do that on social media. It would be great if you can share some cards. We're all excited to see what happened in that class, and you may tempt other people to have a look at it as well. Okay, so I'm inking this up, and I just have the black Better Press ink on here. Our fresh inks work fabulous on this, and I will be showing that too. I think with this kind of ink, I normally just go over as well. Give it a scribble. I find that that gives a better coverage rather than the tapping. Yep, 10 years. We are nearly a decade old, and we have lots and lots of kind of things to do, which we are hoping is going to be great for the celebration. And we want you guys involved as well. So keep an eye out about all of the things that are happening. We have so much going on. All right, so I'm adding this into place with the tape that you get with the Better Press system. Now, this is lovely. I do like the look you get with letterpress. It is very, very pretty. Hi there, everyone. Okay, so I've just popped the top on that, and I am going to grab out this. All right. Okay. And you don't need all of the kind of plates when you're running this through the Platinum 6. You just need the actual kind of mechanism here. Oh, Sue, it would be nice if you could remember. I'm going to tell you my first thing of Altenew. I remember the painted flowers when that was kind of shown, and I was like, oh, I need that in my life, because layering wasn't really a thing then. And I saw that and I was like, right, okay, I need to wait to get it. And I felt like I was waiting years. It was probably literally a couple of weeks before I could get my hand on it, but it felt so long. But yeah, there we go. So that is my first one. I'm going to do another one exactly the same, and then another one again. So I'm going to do 3 panels the same, but I am going to make them look different, and that's what I'm after. So for the first 2 panels, I'm going to use the cotton cardstock that you use with your letterpress system. And then for the third one, I am going to use some watercolor cardstock. So I'm just going to pop that back into place. It is fabulous to see all of these same faces on the lives. It feels like we're just getting together to craft. If you are crafting, please tell me what you are crafting with. You know I'm nosy, so please let me know. Just going to scribble that along the top. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. If you do share the live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store that you may be able to use on some of the new products that are coming out for our celebration. Okay, so there is my second one. If you can see, we have the kind of inked impression, but it's also indented. Oh, it's just so there's my second one, and then I go with some watercolor cardstock. Now this is the new watercolor cardstock. This is the cold press that we have, and once I grab it, it does have some beautiful texture. It's it feels like the cotton paper that I've just used, the letterpress paper, but this is watercolor, and I want to be adding a lot of water to it, and I don't trust that other stuff. First Altenew product. Ali's wondering what your first Altenew product is, and I'm wondering, okay, as well as your first Altenew product, do you still have it, and do you still use it? That's what I want to know. I'm adding on to you, Ali, sorry. Okay. Oh, the rosebud layering stamp set that you won. Oh, so Sue, we got you in with a giveaway. Nice. Donna went for 3D embossing folders. Oh, to raise at the Maycraft event. So glad that you'll be joining us for the retreat. Oops. Oh, Celebrate Us stamp and die set. And yes, Leanne still uses it. Fantasy Floral 3D dies. Oh, Jane, they are so pretty. Now, I need to remember that that one there is my watercolor cardstock. So I'm going to move that one over to the side. And maybe I go with that one first. Okay. So it's going to be I'm just going to, we're just going to relax. We're going to chat. And I'm excited to see what everyone's first product was and what they still use. Okay. It looks like I have taken my palette somewhere. I've obviously used it for something, so I'm just going to be using a cutting mat for my palette. Now, it's been a while since I've done this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water over the top, and because I don't want it to move, I'm also going to add water to the bottom. Now, if you have been with me for a long time, you know that this is my way of sticking my watercolor piece down to the kind of tabletop or the surface that I'm working on, and also it helps with warping. So it means that because both the bottom and the top are drying at the same time, because they've both got water on, it's not trying to curl, and that is what I'm going to do. So I have my paper down, and then I'm going to be using some watercolors. Donna, we have a virtual retreat in May. So this one is online, so you are able to sign up for the Secret Garden. Our in-person retreat isn't yet. No, Kelly, this ink does not bleed at all, so you don't need to worry about that. As you can see, it's perfectly crisp. And I am going to add a rainbow across here. Okay. I'm going to go with some red first. This one is the Cherry Blossom. I'm going to add that in. I'm also going to add a touch down there. Yeah, the Secret Garden Retreat is the one that we have in May. So once I've got my pink down, I'm then going to go in with an orange. So this one is the Fiery Sunset. I'm just going to add that around that color that we have and add that over there too. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more water to kind of blend those in. And I do find that that pink is a little bit too bright for me. Now I'm going to grab some tissue, and you can pull off color. Just see how much I grabbed there. The kind of pigmentation in this is very, very vibrant. So you need to add a lot of water if you want a softer tone on these. Zamara was the first set she had was the Sweet Friend. That one's so cute. Oh, Ali's found an early bird promo if you are up for the Secret Garden retreat. Sweet Garden. Christian has all of the things still. Not got rid of any. Okay. So we have yellow. So we're now going to need some green. It has been a while since I've done a rainbow watercolor. Okay. This one is the Fabulous Seashore. Ugh, I keep cleaning my brush off when I haven't done this bottom one as well. And then we're going to go with the purple. Sue has just got the woodless watercolor pencils. Congrats, Sue. As soon as you find some time to really play with them, you are going to love them. They are really easy to work with. I'm sure you're going to love them. And you can do rainbow effects there too. Just to soften this up a little bit, I am going to give it a bit of a squirt. And I'm going to leave that over to the side, and then we can come back to that one at the end. No, Susie, you can't get rid of old friends. All right, so I've just popped that onto the side and give that a little bit of a wipe down. Okay, so there's our first look that we can have a look at in a sec. We then have one of these. So for this first one, I'm going to just do it really simply. And one sec. Okay, it looks like my stencil has disappeared. Obviously, I've put it somewhere. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the watercolor pencils, but we're not going to use them as watercolor. We could do. Should we try it on this paper? So I'm going to grab this color and a pink and a yellow. Okay. And I'm just going to color in these leaves. I think I'm going to do more. It's because now that I have to think outside of the box, because obviously my stencil has decided to run away, it's actually nice to actually color with pencils again. It's been a long while. But what we can do is we can, I reckon on this, you can take it out a little. Not purple. Okay, so if you do have cotton paper, it will take a little bit of water by the look of it. Does anyone have like a favorite coloring medium? So do you always go to pencils? Yeah, Christian, I've put it somewhere safe. And you know what? As soon as I finish the live, I will find it. Because that's how the world works, right? As soon as I've press the button to finish the live, it'll go, hello, and it'll just appear underneath my nose like it was there all the time. Please let me know your favorite coloring medium. And if you have, this is another question. If you have a coloring medium that we don't have in store yet, you know, is there something that you find is missing? That's maybe something that we should know as well. So I am using 2 different colors on this to get the gradient effect. If you do have the stencil and you know where it is, you can definitely do it a lot easier with that. But I am loving the kind of vibrancy I'm getting with the pencils. It is sometimes a little bit hard to actually get really bright colors with ink blending unless you use really bright colors, right? Okay, so alcohol markers. Christina, all right. No, Christine, sorry. Yeah, I do like artist markers. Watercolor, yeah, you definitely need to give it a little bit of a practice to anything, I think. And I think once you start using them and practice with them, that's when you like them a little bit more. Ali's going markers. I'm sure you are perfect with them, Ali. Maybe you could do the class that we had at the weekend. So the fabulous class from Kelly Taylor, and she just did a marker class, and maybe you could do that one. Beverly, I'm actually using computer software, and I set everything up perfectly, and then because obviously there was no sound, I turned it off, and then it reset to all of the other settings that I had on before, which are not quite right. So I am sorry we're a little bit blurry today. Just, yeah, really upset that nothing seems to be going right. But it's all right. We're good. We're going to get through it. And hopefully you can actually see them enough to get the idea of what's happening. I am so sorry. I cannot apologize enough. Okay. Okay, so now we have those. Maybe if I move you over, it might like it a little bit better. Okay. And let's go in with another pinky tone. I don't think I've got another pink. I've got a red, which we'll kind of have to do. And I'm just going to fill in the rest of them. But in theory, I do have like the primary colors on there. Teresa, I bet your watercoloring is fabulous. Did want these to be a lot more pink than they are, but we're going with it. Okay. Definitely, if you use like the watercolor pencils and you wanted to add water, I mean, this paper can take it a little bit, but I would recommend that you did do it on the watercolor paper like I did the first one. Oh, Sydney has been watercoloring lately. Good. How are you enjoying it? Is you finding it relaxing? Okay, so that is our second option. And I'm now going to go in with the third. Again, on the third, I was going to use that stencil, but we don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and kind of add a tiny bit of a touch of color with the detail blender brushes. I have 7, and I also have the tiny one, which is the 5. These don't normally get used a whole lot, but we're going to give it a go. So yes, we kind of have a spring, summer, and this one's going to be more of the autumn one. If I'd have done a thought about it, I could have done a winter one too, but all right. So I'm going to be using Sea Forest and those detail blending brushes, and I am just going to try and add a touch of that color to the leaves. Again, if you have the stencil, if you get the stencil, you are going to be able to do this a lot easier with a lot more precision than I am. But you know what? You're going to be able to see a kind of effect. And I do love, and this is going to have like a sepia look to this one. I do have a finished card, how it would look if you did it perfectly. I am going to need that smaller one, but this is a really easy way to kind of just add, and I'm just adding a touch of color right at that base and pulling that out. Again, this is the Sea Forest, and even though I didn't have the stencil, this still looks okay. I've gone out of some of the lines a little bit, but I shouldn't say this because I'm going to jinx myself, but it's actually better than I thought it was going to go. So that's good, right? Okay. And then we're going to add some color to these ones. Again, if you have that stencil, you are going to have no trouble with this whatsoever. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is add some more of those leaves, but just in the outline. Oops. All right, so I'm going to move out that sentiment. Keep him secret, keep him safe. All right, just pop him up on my little magnet. And what I'm going to do is I am going to switch things around a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to add this on here. So I'm going to guess where it's going to go. Okay, so I'm going to hold that in place. And then I'm going to flip that around. And okay, so the problem we're having here is if I add this on, okay, it's going to pop over the edge if I put it into my normal place. So that's not what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over to the edge of this. Make sure it's still in that other guidelines. But then when I stick this down, I need to make sure I'm moving that. I'm adding it into place over here. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this along here. Try and keep that into line. I know everyone's like, but you put it in the wrong place. I'm going to flip this over. Oops, I don't want to add that where the image is going to be added. So then when I flip this, remember everything's going to be kind of mirrored. So it's going to add along here. All right, and that's where we want it to go. So instead of using black, as I said before, the fresh inks work perfectly on these. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to ink that up. I do the swirling motion on these plates. I think it just adds the ink better. Okay. Oh, move that up. Move that through. Just see how easily that goes through. Thank you so much, Tracy. Okay. You can see just how cool that looks. So we have like, there we go. So we have, right, really, camera? You want to just stay still for a little minute? Nope. Okay. Okay. So we're getting the kind of outline of just the leaves, and then that's juxtaposed over the ones that have the colored images as well. So I would do the same, but with this one up here. Okay, I've got to the point now where the camera is not playing at all. So let's just bring in what we have done. So these are the 3 looks that we got. So we use pencils. So obviously remember that you can color your outline images. I think I've got pretty lax on my coloring skills at the minute because I automatically just reach for the stencils. And so this is something that I haven't done for a long time, but I really enjoy just coloring it in those simple shapes there. So that one there is the kind of spring effect that we got with the pencils. Then we did this one first. This is the watercoloring. And you're going to be able to add a lot of color. You don't even need to go within the lines like we did over here. So this one is showing that you can paint out of the lines. And then we also have this effect where you can use the stencil on the solid leaves, and then you can also do the effect again to create that look. I'm so sorry, everyone. You can't believe how upset I am with my camera at the minute, but everything is going to be fine. But there we go. So you can see the 3 different looks that you can get. This only 3 looks that you can get. You can get so many more. So imagine you were going to do this one here, but firstly you use the stencil and you added embossing ink through the stencil and then heat set that with clear embossing powder. You can then go over and create this effect, and then the leaves would stay white. So just play around with things. You're going to really be able to create lots of different looks and textures with this one. And I really do hope, everyone, that you are not too annoyed with me. I am so sorry about my technical difficulties today. And yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. Thank you so much to the amazing Ali for being behind. We appreciate you and we love you all. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.